way out of the bet?
Hold on. I did win the bet yesterday. So we be free and clear.
No, you didn't win the bet.
I'll be free and clear.
You said there are going to be two teams. They're going to beat the Rams and the Patriots, and it was 10-4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, then it would be 6 cases for me, right?
No, it'd be 4 cases for you. I would win 10, you would win 4. 10-4.
No, that's not how I understood the bet.
If I won, if they beat both teams, I get 10 cases. If they didn't beat both teams, you would get 4 cases. That's what 10-4 means.
I thought it was 10-6.
No, 10-4.
Okay, 10-4.
Yeah.
So this is for 4 cases.
Right, for 4 cases.
We're wrong about that.
Right.
Okay, so that's correct. 4 cases.
I would buy it for 2 cases.
You want to buy it out for 2 cases right now?
Now, you know what? Damn, if I didn't see this command. Hold on, you know what, Skip? I was just thinking, where are all those former Patriots that was talking about how maybe Mac Jones might be dancing too much at practice? Maybe it's the way he dressed coming to practice. It might be some of that going on.
Could be. Maybe he's on social too much?
Yeah. Skip, I didn't see this, Skip. You know I had picked this team. I said, Skip, they're going to go 10-7. I got this team as a playoff team, Skip. They look bad. And what's happening is that they're telling Mac, if your first read is not there, check the ball down. Skip, you can't get anywhere doing that. 31, he threw 51 times for 271. They ran the ball 17 times for 49 yards. So basically, they said, we want the ball in your quarterback's hand, knowing that you don't want it. He's going to be low. It's going to be low risk. So we're going to check it. You're going to check it down. I did not see the Patriots playing this bad. I feel very comfortable in saying, had Cam Newton been their starting quarterback, they'd be 3-0.
Really?
I feel very comfortable saying 3-0.
Maybe.
They're gonna beat. They for sure would have beat the Dolphins. And they won the last game. They beat the Jets. Hell, everybody's going to beat the Jets. That's not saying anything.
Yeah, I'll buy this.
But how about this, Skip?
I'm just not sure they could have won yesterday.
How about this? They're no worse than 2-1.
No worse. I would buy that.
Even if they're not 3-0, they're no worse than 2-1.
But do remember, that was the same Saints team that got dismantled at Carolina and looked horrible in doing so.
Yes.
And then goes up to Foxborough and dismantled Belichick's team.
Skip, the offense looked pedestrian yesterday. I'm like, what is this? But I keep telling people, Josh McDaniel is only good with Tom Brady. Now, we've seen him at other locations. You saw him at Denver. You saw him as OC at the Rams. And how did he look? Oh, Josh, and to think the coach was going to give him a head coaching job, the coach Andrew Luck. What? Man, this here, Skip, I'm at a 0. If I could go lower than 0, I would. Okay. But that's where I am. I'm concerned for the Patriots.
Okay, so you want to buy out of it for 2 cases?
Let me think about it.
Okay, I'll let you think about it. Okay, now back to Bill Belichick. I believe he's in huge trouble this Sunday, and I think he knows he's in huge trouble. I also believe that if Tom Brady has ever looked ahead, looked past somebody to the next game, he did so yesterday because he allowed 2 members of his inner circle, his father and his trainer, to speak to Boston media this past week as they were trying to prepare for, to me, easily the hardest game on their schedule. And you can't tell me Tom didn't sign off on both of those interviews because you know they ran them by Tom. And father and trainer were told, go ahead. Yeah. His mind was going toward Foxborough because that's the game he circled before the year started. I want that game, the 4th game. The 3rd one's fine. I'd like to go win that one. I'm sure he looked at the schedule and said, we could win every game. Right. But I think he was slightly looking ahead, and I think his team came out a little flat yesterday because they sensed their leader had his mind on next week. I don't know about having his mind on next week, but I know he's going to want to score 100 points on him. He's going to want to score 100 points. That's why he's still in the game, wanting to keep his arm warm for next week. And remember, 2 other of his receivers did not end well in New England, Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski. Yes. So you don't think, and Gronk got hurt yesterday. He got hit, but the x-rays were negative. I thought he had cracked ribs because he got cold-cocked from... Your guy got him blown up. No, he did not. No, he just didn't see him because he hesitated in the middle, and then as he wheeled, it wasn't like one of the quote-unquote kill shots you see where you throw him right into a head-on collision. Got Gio Bernard blowed up, too. No, he did not. That blowed up? Yeah, well, by the way, on the final play, Gio Bernard looked like he hurt his knees. Oh, who threw him the ball? Okay, well, did he score? Yeah. He got blown up in the process. Okay, so sometimes it's called football for a reason. Why was he in the game? Why was who in the game?
Tom Brady and Gio Bernard down 17 with 2 minutes to go.
I tell you, it's one guy you do not bet against. He's the comeback king of the history of the NFL.
So you thought he was going to come back in the NFL game with 17 points?
I wouldn't write that guy off. That's the one guy I would not.
I would write him off.
Okay, so the point was that they are all pointing toward next week, and I assume Antonio will be off COVID protocol by next week. And what I saw yesterday, and I watched the Saints game start to finish, not only did they beat New England, I thought they beat them up.
Yeah.
I thought they just out-physicaled them, won both lines of scrimmage. And Mac Jones, you can argue he looked better than any other rookie starter yesterday.
But that ain't saying much.
But it's not saying anything. And I thought he was a little off all day because they were all over him.
Yes.
They couldn't block them. And maybe he'll have more time against the Bucs, who are having a hard time generating much of a pass rush. But the point was, he looked like a rookie yesterday. And if we could see his interceptions one more time, just to see, he was just a little off in his accuracy from start to finish. Here's the first one, and he just got hit and popped it up. And here's the second one, and this is...
Skip, that's on John. Yeah, that's not on him. That's on John.
Yeah, it's a little outside, but he should have caught the ball, as should have Gronk from Brady. And this was a bad throw. I don't know what he's thinking. They were on the wrong page, and he went over and put his head in his hands on the bench.
Gonna be like
Belichick's in trouble. So Belichick this morning spoke on WEEI on his weekly radio gig that he does on Mondays. He spoke about Brady and why Belichick believes Brady left, if we could hear this.
Well, I think we've been through all the dynamics of that. There were a lot of things there that, he looked at his options and made his decision in his Tampa. So, I mean, you'd have to ask him about all that, but it wasn't a question of not wanting him, that's for sure.
Weren't as good an option. I'll let you go first on this.
Skip, if you wanted Brady, instead of giving him an $8 million signing bonus to make his salary $23 million, how about just extending? Because if you'd wanted Brady, you could have extended him. What Brady did not want you guys to do is to get to the end of his contract, then you have the right to franchise him. Once you let a guy go outside and he gets an opportunity to look around, and he's like, they got more talent over there than we got. They haven't won in a long time, but they're loaded. Yeah, we win, but I ain't got nothing to win with anymore.
And whose fault was that?
The guy that he's over everything. He's the head coach. He picks the players. He's free agency. He has final say on 53. He does everything. It's Coach Belichick's fault that he let the cupboard get bare. So, yeah, he's right. It was Tom's decision. But you made Tom's decision real easy for him.
Do you believe the final thing that we heard, that obviously we wanted Tom to stay?
No.
I do not believe that for one split second.
I believe Mr. Kraft wanted him to stay, but he wasn't going to stand in the way of Coach Belichick wanting Tom gone. Because if you, Skip, guess how you know you want somebody to stay? You extend their contract. You don't let the guy get to the punctuation, the period on the contract, and then he gets an opportunity to look around and see what's out there. He's like, you know what, we want you back. Well, he's already gone and saw Tampa, and they got 2 Pro Bowl receivers. They got 2 young tight ends, solid offensive line. They got a really good defense. And now if you get somebody that's not going to turn the ball over, that's not going to have them playing 33, 34 minutes a game, this could be really good. And I'm going to have faith. I want AB. I want Gronk. How many times you think Tom Brady could have gone to Coach Belichick says, there's a player out there I really think we should get. And Coach Belichick says, okay, Tommy. Like, if you don't get out, first of all, they barely speak. He twirling that whistle. But I don't believe...
When he spoke to Brady, it was harshly.
Yes.
It was critical.
Yes.
In film sessions and on the practice field.
Correct.
So that's all Brady knows, and that's why Brady has been on a revenge tour now for over a year. And it will basically conclude in Brady's mind this Sunday night in Foxborough.
Oh, Brady, how many yards did Brady throw for yesterday?
432.
I gave him 462.
Would you?
Yep. He gonna try. Now, I'm not gonna say he gonna be well over 300. He might get in the 4, Skip. Yes, Brady is trying to.